going on, people? I brought out the big guns today, brought the lapel mic. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Eric. I am documenting my journey to financial freedom. This is part 3 of a infinite series about the way that we're going to get there. And ideally, maybe the next video, we're already there. That would be great. But no, this whole channel is meant to document our process in the most raw, like unfiltered, from dome to camera way possible, so that there's not a lot of production behind it, there's not a lot of editing, and that brings, in my opinion, the most I feel like there's a big gap that's missing in the world of personal finance, like personal development, self-improvement, and that whole industry, because there's people that have already gotten there and they have missed a lot of pieces along the way. So my thinking is, let's cut that crap out, and I will give you, in my day-to-day lifestyle, like what we're doing and what we've done to get to a place where we're doing well financially, but also like still on the path. We're still in the weeds doing the shit to get to where we want to go. And through that, I'm sharing my lessons that I've come across, and in hopes of it helping other people. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you don't already follow me on my social media, other channels, it's just my name. So whatever you're seeing this on, just type in my name on other platforms. So there you go. And it would help me out if you could engage with this in some way, because it helps the channel grow. And who knows, maybe there's other people on their own path, and this might help them with their own journey. And there are a pack of deer. Dees? How do you say plural deer? Deers? Anyway, there's some running around in my backyard, so that's really cool. Anyway, yeah, the more that this channel grows, the more people it'll help and inspire and motivate, and we're all doing this thing together. So it'll be nice if we're all doing this on the same journey. So anyway, getting right into it. This is my channel, so I'm going to talk about whatever I want, and if you don't like it, I'm not forcing you to watch this video. So ideally, this is going to be a random assortment of things that I've learned over since the past video, and not learned, but like things that are top of mind that I want to address. So the first thing is, the world follows. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Jesus. The world follows confident people. Meaning, if you believe in yourself and you believe in your mission, you believe in your values, the world will follow you, or at least a portion of the world will follow you, because you are clearly defined in your path. And once you have a definite purpose and what you're doing this all for, the world will reward you because they feel aligned with your values. So if you do the things that you feel confident in, and the things that you feel valuable in, and areas that you can bring immense help to other people, then the world rewards you, because people follow confident people. So that's step 1. Flipping over to more of a real a thing that we're doing right now is, we are in the stages of trying to find ways to earn more money. And a current dilemma that we're in is, we want to travel to Russia to visit my wife Polina's parents, and we don't have the money for it. So instead of asking or saying we can't afford it, we're thinking, how can we afford it? And one of the things that I've done recently is started flipping furniture, just as like a fun hobby. And I flipped an end table recently that I found at Goodwill for I found it for $15, and I sold it for $100. Made an $85 profit, paid off all the expenses that we got for that initial equipment. So it's like, we're in the clear now. And we had another dresser that was gifted to us for free, and I just cleaned up the hardware, put some restore finish on it to make it look a little bit more modern and clean. And we're looking, I don't know what we'll sell that for, but probably be 300 plus. So right now we are in the stages of flipping to afford a plane ticket. Will it happen? No idea, but I'm experienced in flipping, and it's not a really difficult thing to grasp. It's really just like buy low, sell high. But with my recent experience in stocks, it's like buy high, sell low. That's been the journey. So yeah, just put a little elbow grease into it for the next couple months. Just try to find good deals and just continue reinvesting. And maybe have 1 or 2 projects at a time, and who knows what'll happen in 3 months. But what I do know is that you are rewarded abundantly for situations that you put yourself in front of. So if you give yourself a lot of at bats, you are going to be rewarded for them. So my whole goal is God rewards you for the amount of times that you put yourself in a position to be rewarded. And I find myself quite lucky in most situations because I just try to put myself out there now. And I'm not a genuinely confident person, but I've got to get myself in good opportunities somehow. So persistence is an area that I've really honed in on, and you will create opportunities by simply being persistent. So right now in this stage in our life, we are in an understanding of patience, because we would find an opportunity and like want to go all in and like invest everything that we have for it, and that has not always worked out the way that we want. And now we're in a mindset of like patience, stack your cash, like stack your money. So when the time comes to invest in something that looks good, you're ready to go. So for us, like real estate is a big area of focus. So we recently had I think there was a deer that ran by. I don't think you could see him, her, it, he, she, pronouns, whatever. So oh geez, what were they even talking about? We were we had a pretty decent amount of cash that were put aside, and we were like thinking of what we were going to do with it. And of course God was like, nah, I'm going to change your plans. So we ended up having to buy a brand new HVAC for one of our rental properties in Texas. So let's go. That like took out almost half of our funding, so that was really cool. And yeah, so simply put, just be patient, stack your cash. Like right now, we are all young. If you're watching this on TikTok or YouTube, or I guess as the elders call it, TikTok, you are very likely younger. My main demographic that I can see is like in the 20s. So you're most likely young. Be patient, invest in yourself, meaning buy courses. Like please buy those courses that you've been looking at, but like do your due diligence first. But if it looks good and it's got a good track record, do it, because I've only had good experiences with a majority of the courses that I've gotten into. Definitely buy books. They're like the most undervalued thing in the entire world, in my opinion. Heavily dive into YouTube University, because at this point there's really no topic out there that hasn't been covered to some degree that you can learn on. And I feel like the time has passed where it's like, oh, I don't know how to do that thing. Google the hell out of it if you don't know. It's definitely something that is bullshit at this point. I don't know the first thing about flipping furniture, but at least I'm doing it because it interests me too, though. It's like you have to do things that you're interested in to some degree, because you're not going to keep doing it in 3 years if you're not interested in it to some degree. So you got to find things that you're interested in, but like also is in alignment with where you want to go long term. So it one of the stepping stones for us is like, the big how can we afford it situation. We got to figure out how to do it, and what are the more quickly resourceful ways to get the funding. Let's flip stuff. So that is that. And lastly, the big thing that is the theme for this week that I've come across is like, be a problem solver. I'm in sales, and the biggest thing that I need to think of daily is how to solve problems. And if I can solve enough problems at a big enough scale, you'll get paid for it. So my biggest objective is look at different things to solve problems for, and the bigger problems you can help solve, the more of an impact you'll make, and financially that'll come too. So you look at some of the biggest entrepreneurs, the biggest businesses that have ever been built, they've solved some massive problems. You don't have to think to that degree. You could just solve a simple problem. Again, coming back to furniture, just giving someone a really cool piece that you get for a couple bucks, maybe even free, and you flip it to them, that's something, food for thought. But anyway, rambling aside, I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. And if you did like this, engage with this in some way, because again, the bigger this channel gets, the more of an impact that it can create. So thank you so much for listening to me rambling. Like, comment, subscribe, engage, all that fun stuff. Love you. Talk to you later. Peace.